to join forces.
Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys this really pretty Valentine's Day look. It's just not like a super intense, sultry, sexy look. It's very subtle, very soft, very glam. I mean, it's not super glam, but just for you people out there who do not like intense looks, this is just kind of something right up your alley. I know some people don't really like it when I do like really intense looks, but I just have fun with them. This channel is just for me to kind of express myself with makeup, and I do love doing it, so there is just going to be tons and tons of kind of looks on here. But today I'm just kind of feeling this everyday look. This is something I would wear every single day. No doubt about it. It just goes really nice with my eyes. I have a lot of my everyday things on today, especially like this lip and these lashes are like my everyday go-to lashes. It's just very beautiful. I had so much fun creating it. Valentine's Day is such an awesome time to create makeup looks because I kind of like either like a soft neutral glam or I like super sultry, super sexy look. I'm like right in, like there's no in between for me. I like either or. So yeah, I just love both of those kind of looks, so that's why I love doing Valentine's Day looks. That's really all I have to mention to you guys. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to hit subscribe just so you won't miss out on any videos. But I will see you in just a few seconds. I did my foundation and my brows and primer and stuff all off camera. Now we're just going to move on to eyes. I'm just going to prime them. I do like to use concealer to prime my eyelids just because I have really veiny and dark discolored eyelids, and normal eyelid primers don't really cover it really well, so I just like to use concealer to do that. And I'm just going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the color Light Pale, and I'm just going to put this on my eyelids. And then just pounce it out with the damp beauty blender. After that, I do like to set my eyelid concealer just so when I do put eyeshadow on it, it does just go on smoothly. So I'm just going to go into this Lorac Pro Contour Kit. I've used this up, and I'm just going to take this banana shade just to kind of set that concealer so the eyeshadow will go on a lot smoother. And I'm just going to take, this is an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. It's just really fluffy. I just like to use it to set that concealer though, just because it's really big and it gets everywhere really fast and easily, especially if you're on the go. This will definitely just help you set it really quick. Just make sure you really get into that crease because that is really where we put most of our shadow. You don't want the concealer to crease there. Next, I'm going to be going into my Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay. And I'm going to be taking the shade Limit. I'm just going to take a really big fluffy brush. This is from IT Cosmetics, I believe. Yep, it's a IT Cosmetics brush. I'm not sure which number or something. It doesn't have anything on it. But this is like my absolute most favorite fluffy brush ever. So just go ahead and pick that up with your big fluffy brush. Tap off the excess and blend that right into the crease. And you are just going to be using windshield wiper motions right in the crease. And then once there isn't a lot of product left on the brush, I do like to use like circular motions and just continue to bring that up towards your brow bone. You can also just start building it up as well to the color that you prefer. If you do get a little sloppy with your eyeshadow, that's okay, because I do tend to get a little sloppy on the outer edge right here, and we will just be going in with concealer and cleaning it up, so no worries. We'll just keep blending for a minute, because if you think you're doing enough blending, you're not. Just keep blending. Next, I'll just be going into the shade Nooner. Nooner right here. It's just like a really pretty mauve-y pink shade. And I'm using a Morphe M139. It kind of has like that tapered, it's like a tapered fluffy brush. Go ahead and dip your brush into Nooner. Of course, tap off the excess. And we're going to really focus Nooner right on our outer corner. So just go ahead and pack it on and keep it focused right on the outer corner. And also you're going to do it lower than we did Limit. I do start bringing it in once there isn't a lot of product onto my brush, then I start bringing it into the inner corner. But we are just going to mainly focus it right on the outer. That outer V. And again, just go ahead and build it up to the intensity that you prefer. We are just going to take a clean fluffy brush. This brush is just from like a BH Cosmetics, I believe. They just have really cheap but decent type things. And this is just like a big fluffy brush, kind of like the IT Cosmetics one, but just a little bit more slimmer. And we're just going to blend out those edges real quick. You just kind of want it to be very blended, and you just want it to melt all together. Alright, now we're going to move on to the lid. I want to use, I think, this shade, this pinky. It's almost like a pinky, it's almost like pink champagne, but it's more peachy. It's like a peachy champagne, but so it's almost like pink champagne from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it's a little bit more peachy than pink. And this is just the Morphe 350 palette. And again, it's just right there. And I'm just going to take this BH Cosmetics brush. It's really flat. You can see how skinny it is. And I love these to pack on lid shadow. They're my favorite to pack on lid shadow. I am going to spritz the brush with some MAC Fix Plus. I know this doesn't look like MAC Fix Plus, but my bottle broke, so I did have to just put it in this squirty bottle, and this is just the Model in the Bottle makeup setting spray bottle that I used. But inside of it is just MAC Fix Plus, and we're just going to coat our brush from far away. Give it a couple squirts. And MAC Fix Plus does have glycerin in it, so that is kind of what is going to help make it stick onto the brush and help pack it on. So we're just going to pick up that peachy champagne color from the 350 palette onto that brush. Go ahead and tap off the excess. And what we're going to do is we're going to do packing motions onto the lid. This is just going to help prevent fallout. And it will give you the most pigment. I like to really define my lid and my crease, just so I'd kind of know where that line is where I can stop packing. So you can kind of create that line as soon as there isn't a lot of product onto your brush. Otherwise you will get a ton of fallout. And then so it isn't so harsh, we're just going to go back into that clean, well, it's probably not super clean now, but just that cleanish BH Cosmetic fluffy brush, and go ahead and blend out that line just so it has no harsh or anything. You can tell already that it's starting to become all together. And now this is kind of where you can start seeing it all come together. You can start adding more shadow, darkening things up however you want. I am just going to do a little bit more blending. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that Limit just to blend things out. Now we're just going to move on to lashes. The lashes I'm going to be using today are just the Ardell Wispies. These are just the original Wispies, and these are just like my everyday go-to lash. I love them so much. They just look really beautiful with all sorts of kinds of looks. And the way you want to apply lashes is you want to hold this. So this lash would obviously go on this eye, and this one would go on this eye. Just gently take them off. I like to use these lash tweezers, which I got from Ulta, just kind of over by where all the lashes are. I do like to put just a little bit more of lash glue right at the ends, just so I know that those ends are going to stick for sure. And we're just going to kind of blow on it, and you just really want to wait to let your lash glue get tacky. Otherwise, it'll move everywhere and you're not going to be able to really set it in place. So I just kind of wait. I'll check my phone sometimes. And I forgot the most important part. You, of course, just do want to add just a little bit of mascara, just so you can really get in that root area. I usually do just like one coat. And you just want to attach it as close as possible to your lashes as you can. I'm going to conceal, highlight, do all that good stuff. So I'm just going to be taking the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I like to use the shade Light Warm. And we are going to make a triangular shape right below our under eyes. I do like to get in here because I do tend to get a little bit of redness right underneath my nose. We're going to do a little on the Cupid's bow. I just like to make like an X on my chin. Down the bridge of the nose. And the forehead. And I'm just going to pounce all this out with the damp beauty blender. And this is kind of where I just like to tap it out a little. And clean up that eyeshadow. And I just kind of swoop it. And now we are just going to set it. I'm going to go into the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Kit. And I'm going to take, this is a Real Techniques, this is a contour brush, but I do like to use it to set my under eye concealer. I'm going to be taking these two shades that I seriously hit pan on because I use them every day, and they are just like the best under eye highlighting shades to set under the eye. And we are just going to set under the eye real quickly so we don't crease. And you just want to set anywhere that we did put the concealer. After that is done, I do like to just finish up the face. I like to set my entire face just using a translucent powder. This is the rice powder from Palladio. I just like to set the area that I am going to be contouring, just so that when I do go in and contour, that contour will go kind of really on smooth. Kind of the same thing with the eyeshadow. When we put the concealer on our eyelids, it's just kind of the same method. Just always want to set everything. This is just kind of setting our foundation, and if we did forget anything with our concealer, this is also going to help the longevity of your foundation and makeup. Now we're going to be moving on to contouring. I am using this Tarte brush. I forget what it's called. I will link it down below if you guys are interested, but I just recently got this and I'm so in love with it for contouring. Go back into that Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. So with contouring, you just want to go from the edge of your ear and down the bridge of your mouth. You don't want to necessarily take all that product down like that, but this is the direction you want to go in. So you just kind of want to go like that, find out where it is, and of course tap off the excess. And you really want to build it up just really close to your hairline. And you can start bringing it down. And I like to blend a little bit upwards just so it's nice and blended. And this is kind of where you can start bringing it down a little bit more and defining that cheekbone. And you will do the same on the other side. And we are just going to bronze up and contour our temples and forehead. And what this is going to do is just kind of make your forehead a little bit small. I don't have a huge forehead, but I do like to contour everywhere just because it does bring it all together. And I love the look of everything being contoured. It just looks nice and chiseled. And now we're going to move on to the jawline. And I just like to start from the back of that ear and cut that chin. And you can instantly tell a huge difference on how defined your jawline is. This will also help if you have a double chin. Like me, I have a double chin and I hate it so much, but this will help any of you ladies with that problem like me. I do like to bring it a little down my neck so it's nice and blended. And then we will be contouring our nose. I like to use this brush. It's a Sephora Pro Precision Foundation brush. And it's the number 58. I really like it for nose contouring just because it has that nice pointed edge to it. And I'm just going to be taking that really light, the lightest contour shade in the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm going to start kind of where that bone, where your eyebrow and your nose start to begin. And I'm just going to start putting the contour shade right in there and bringing it down the bridge of my nose. And then I like to kind of swoop it down the tip of my nose and align just right above where the tip of the nose is. And then I like to take a little bit more and I like to put it right underneath my bottom lip. This is just going to help achieve kind of a more plump bottom lip. Just right under the center. Next, we're just going to be again finishing off the face with some blush. I use this in every single tutorial. I'm just going to use my everyday blush, which is just this one. And this is just the Morphe 9B blush palette. We're just going to smile, and you really want to focus your blush right on the apples of the cheeks. We're going to go back into our stippling brush and just kind of blend that all together with the contour. Just so it melts really nice together. I am going to be using Becca's Champagne Pop. Gorgeous, gorgeous highlight. And the brush I'm going to be using, it's a IT Cosmetics brush. This one does have a number. This is the Airbrush All Over Shadow, and it's number 119. It is for eyeshadow, but I kind of loved it for highlight just because it's really fluffy and it is kind of dense, so it's really easy to blend out your highlight and pack it kind of right where you want it. It's really precise. I am going to spritz some MAC Fix Plus right onto my brush. just so it will give us a beautiful glow that you want on Valentine's Day. You know, you just want to be super glowy. Dip your brush right into the champagne pop, tap off the excess, and we're going to focus this right on our cheekbones, the high points of our cheekbones. Some down on the tip of our nose. I like to do a little down the bridge. I like to do a lot on the Cupid's bow. And I like to do a little right above the brow. Just a little quick stripe above the arch of the brow. I am going to go in and highlight my brow bone with this as well. I'm just going to take a flat little shade brush. I'm also going to put a little bit of this in the inner corners. And that finishes our face. I am going to squirt a little bit of this Tasha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, just so my face will be stayed moisturized and glowy. And I don't like to do it on my eyes, just kind of where I put that highlight. So right at the top of the cheekbone. And on the other side. And then we are just going to finish up the eyes and move on to lips. Eyes, we're just going to put a little bit of shadow right underneath the lower lash line. So we are just going to go back in to the Naked 3. I'm going to take Limit first with a pencil brush. I really don't want much shadow on to the bottom lash line. That's why I put Limit kind of all over. I'm going to put a little bit of Nooner just right on the outer corner. We're just going to add some mascara, just a little, to our tab lashes. And I'm not going to add it to the falsies. I just really want to add it to my real lashes right at the root, just to kind of blend in our real lashes with our falsies. And we'll add some to our lower lash line. And we are just going to go on to lips. The lip combo I'm going to be using today is the Lippy Matte Stick from ColourPop in the shade Cookie. It's just a beautiful pinky nude. And I'm going to line my lips real quickly with the ColourPop pencil from, ColourPop pencil in the shade Oh Snap. As soon as you're done lining your lips, just go ahead and apply your lipstick. Like I said, this is Cookie. Oh, they even smell like cookies. They smell so good. And there you have it. We're just going to set our face real quick. Again, with the Urban Decay the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And I'm just going to go fix my hair real quick and I'll be right back. And now that we have our hair all fixed and we are changed, that does just complete this final look. I hope everyone enjoyed. Happy Valentine's Day. If I don't see you before that, I do plan on making one more Valentine's video. So hopefully I can get that up for you guys before Valentine's Day. But yeah, thank you just guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Just don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you do want to see more videos. Yay! And of course, just don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on any of those videos. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!